Previously on Inside the SuperDraft.
If that guy isn't there, you know, we might be very willing to trade that for some allocation money.
We're looking at different teams, what their needs may be, whether it's allocation money, whether we would like to acquire a pick in the first round, and that's something that we're considering.
There are some strikers here. We've been looking for strikers, and our concentration will definitely be a bit on that.
You know, finding a diamond in a rough is a lot of fun too. Hey, I think this guy might have something special.
As teams, players, fans, and media filled up the Baltimore Convention Center, Sigi Schmidt and the Seattle Sounders, holding the 11th overall pick, looked to take care of some business before the draft got underway.
The only two teams that have shown an interest are Philly in the 11, are Philly and now Vancouver. So we go back and say, look, you know, we'll do it now for, you know.
To Vancouver. Hello?
Tommy, Siggy. Hey, we're close to pulling this thing with another team, so I just want to throw it back to you whether you had interest in the 11.
Yeah, I think we're going to wait because there's probably one guy that we have interest in.
Call Philly as well. John Ziggy. Hey, I talked to Peter a little bit last night in terms of whether you guys would have interest in for allocation money getting our number 11. Everybody's on a wait and see. Our fallback is to do it with Portland. It's still the same argument. Is it money or is it player?
Yeah, to me, I'm stuck on the money. Just looking at the roster, it helps us so much knowing, like, okay, we have that.
Nagby and Kitchen, those guys aren't going to be there. Teta could be there, Salgado could be there. Maybe on an outside whim, Ani Baba's there, whatever. But we still said we need allocation more than the player.
If it falls like we think, would we be
Shaw might be there, Cruz might be there. One of the goalkeepers will be there.
I could see at least
Kasky could be there. Roscoe at least. Ask them if they want to do it now. We'll find out. Want to do it now?
Yeah, they'll do it. He's talking to the rest of the group, but we can do it right now. 11th pick, we take Seattle's 11th pick. We take a foreign spot from them. They keep their number 29. We give them the 20th pick and okay.
We need a foreign roster spot. Do it, Gavin. Chris.
Yeah. I want this trade to come out early so people know that we've got it.
Because you might end up selling the 11th pick for
We tried to trade up. We thought there was 5, 6 guys that were what I would say, you know, can't miss guys. But then we couldn't get up into that group. So then we felt where we were at 11 that really, you know, maybe some guy would drop to 11 that would have an interest in, but if everything went to form, it might not. So it's probably just as good being at 20. We needed some allocation money.
Basically, we're trying to look after the continued development of this squad. We needed an additional foreign roster spot, and the premise behind that was how do we justify spending $1,000 on a roster spot for 1 year, and we're able to bundle that in with the 11th pick.
We had some interest from teams in going for that pick. Some wanted to wait until the draft started, and our decision was let's get this done even before the draft starts. So we know we got the allocation money, we've got that behind us, and then we'll take it from there.
As the details of the trade were finalized, the draft was officially underway, and the Vancouver Whitecaps prepared to make some history.
Folks, let's have some fun. Let's get started with the MLS SuperDraft live on ESPN.
All right, so who are you picking?
So I'll wait for the clock to start and then I'll
Start. Then you can start writing. Look like you write a long time, write slow. Hello? Hey, Dominic. Wanted to know if we would move the first pick. But I think at this point we really like our guy. Yeah. He had plenty of time to do it before, so we're happy to do that. Yeah, go ahead and fill it out. What? Dominic surprised you, right at the waning hour, you know, Maybe he's just trying to get me to call a timeout.
Trevor, I want to see some emotion out of you.
Right when he finishes his speech, that's when you get up and walk over with Bob.
Salgado's in the eye.
Salgado's Farouk, right?
Here's the pick.
SuperDraft, Vancouver Whitecaps select a member of the U20 national team, a member of Generation Adidas forward, Omar Salgado.
You know, we had the luxury of having Omar in camp early in the year, and then, you know, when you look at the draft, you want the best available talent, and he's a guy that we feel, given the right environment, the physical qualities being 6'4" and unique touch on the ball and a good scoring sense. We feel like we can do something special with him. He's going to take a little time to develop, but when we evaluate what we're looking for, we're going to be patient with him because we think that there's a great quality in the kid and we can turn him into a real force. It might take a year or two, but philosophically we're willing to wait. That's how special we think he can be.
While the Vancouver staff celebrated with its newest player, the Portland staff had reason to rejoice, as they were going to be able to select their #1 target, Darlington Nagbe.
Vancouver Whitecaps select a member of the U20 national team, a member of Generation Adidas forward, Omar Salgado.
Okay, bring it in.
Is it ready? To run it? Excited? How excited?
All right, I want you to run this up there. Can you run it? Go.
Well done, man.
You have
Merrick, congratulations. You've got another great player.
well done, buddy. Who's it? Tom.
No chance.
You asking who we took?
Said, what do you want for it? Nothing. We don't want nothing for it. It's history, man. This is our history.
With the second pick of the first round of the 2011 MLS SuperDraft, the Portland Timbers select from the University of Akron, a member of Generation Adidas, Darlington Nagbe.
I'm happy for Vancouver. They got a player that they wanted, and we got a player that we really wanted. So you look at Omar Salgado, we had him in camp, we rated him very, very highly, and obviously so did Vancouver. With Darlington Nagbe, we absolutely loved him, and looking forward to see what he can do for the team and the organisation. We thought there were a lot of good players. We were obviously delighted. We probably saw through our reaction to get Darlington, and I think everyone in the top 5 probably came out very, very happy. I think with Darlington, he has the unknown factor and he has the wow factor in addition to that. I think he's a player that can contribute in the first year, and especially being an expansion team, we need players who can come in and can contribute.
Possession of the first overall pick gave the Whitecaps total control over its outcome, but their 8th overall selection wasn't nearly as predictable. As picks 3 through 7 were rattled off, the staff watched and waited.
This is the pick that worries me. Hey, Sater's calling. No, we still prioritize Baba. We're between those two, and we're going to get one of them. So.
To go for Nanchuk, and yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, yeah, it feels definitely feels a need for us. You know. So.
The Houston Dynamo select from the University of Akron, a member of Generation Adidas, defender Kofi Sarkodie.
That scared me.
But this is turning out pretty well. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's 2 Generation Adidas that you feel really good about their caps. Yeah, one fits a need. Yep, good. I'm happy we got him. Fits a need too. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's right behind you. Good.
With the 8th pick of the first round of the 2011 MLS SuperDraft, the Vancouver Whitecaps select from the University of Akron, midfielder Michael Nanchuk.
Our 1 through 8, we were pretty sure as to how that would all shake down, and with Nanchuk, we saw a quality guy that we think can step on the pitch right away. Unique to even Americans is his ability to serve a ball, and he fits a need, and he's a GA, so there were so many things that led us to him.
The trade with Seattle had been announced between the 4th and 5th picks, and as their new number 11 selection neared, the Timbers began looking to shop it for some more allocation money.
I think Jan Storm is interested in
Any interest in number 11?
Get DC on the phone.
It's Philadelphia.
Get Philly first. Who's picking up the phone for Philly? Can you see? There you go. Is your phone working? Hi, how you doing? Do you have any interest in number 11?
Hey, Ben, Gavin speaking.
Good,
mate. Any interest in number 11? We're going to try and put K back in our bank with allocation. The number 11.
From who? Philly?
From 3.
Anybody? Philly,
Houston, and DC.
I'd like to go
We've got
ahead
2 up in DC and Houston. So somebody gave us now. Right, thanks. We've got 2 people both saying the same thing. So it's Philly and Houston.
The Union and Dynamo were waiting to see if a player would be available before committing, but as soon as the 10th pick was announced, Dominic Kinnear made his move.
Sporting Kansas City select CJ Sapong.
That's a good pick, though, isn't it? I think so. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Dominic was on my shoulder, and the moment they made that, I said, don't phone. Don't phone. Just come and see us immediately.
Guys.
The Timbers have traded their 11th 2011 SuperDraft pick to the Dynamo in return for allocation amounts. Therefore, with that 11th pick, the Dynamo have selected Will Bruin from Indiana University and a member of Generation Adidas.
Seattle, but I think made a good trade, and so did we. We got the 11th pick. They got a little bit of allocation. We ended up making that back by trading the 11th pick. So all in all, we put a little bit of money in the bank. We came out on top with a foreign spot and the player that we would have taken in number 1.
On the next episode of Inside the SuperDraft, the draft day debates continue as the Whitecaps and Timbers kick off the second round.
He had a great engine. He had some bite to his game.
And will Seattle be dealing any of its second round picks?
By the way, we are the kings of the second round.
We are.
All the inside access from round 2 from Baltimore on the final episode of Inside the SuperDraft.